What is up, peeps? This is For The Win TCG, and I welcome you back to another YouTube video. And I know I haven't uploaded in a few days. I've been pretty much away from the house for the whole weekend again, so I haven't been able to get a video out. But nonetheless, we are here and we are ready to go. So there is a card that's kind of vanished in the format. Dusk Necrozma. What happened to you, buddy? Well, there's a few things. This card is still currently, its typing alone gives it such a huge downfall. One, it's weak to fire. Blacephalon. 2, electric Pokemon are resistant to steel. Pikarom. So it's kind of in a bad place right now in the matchup, but I thought we could just revisit this card, try it out, and see if we can, compete still, because this deck was a top tier deck. It was a deck that did see some play in tournaments. Now, it wasn't the best deck out there, and I don't think it ever got the opportunity to be the best deck. It always fell a bit short. But with the inclusions of Jirachi and a load of Ninetales GX, getting out your Magnezone should be, in theory, a lot easier. And this deck should, again, in theory, be a lot faster, therefore better, right? That's the idea I have when uploading this video. Now, of course, as I said, it really struggles against Blacephalon and is going to really struggle against Pikarom. So we've included cards in here just to really try and help it compete. And we've got Weakness Policy in here to help with the weakness against Blacephalon. And we do have some damage modifiers like Kukui to help with hitting the damage against a resistant Pikarom. But what deck is this? I see Swampert. Is it just a Swampert deck? That'd be pretty interesting to come up against. Oh yes, in stage 2, you always say yes to a mulligan. Always. Looks like we've got a pretty decent hand here already, which is pretty cool. Not much we can really thin down with, but still something. All right, let's drop a Magnemite down because we obviously want to do that. See, we could play a Lily here, but that Lily is going to be weak. But at the same time... Oh, okay, let's Jirachi first. Let's see what we get off that Ultra Ball. Good, that's what I kind of wanted. I want to thin my hand down. Now, the Kukui doesn't really matter in this deck, considering we're up against like a deck that has low HP, so we can happily discard Kukui Coronet and get a Duskmane down. And we could play Lily for a lot of cards and have a very, very high chance of getting a turn 2 Magnezone, which is what this deck's pretty good at after testing it a little bit, even though that is a terrible, terrible hand. I think I'm just going to hold on to this and pass. I'm not going to play the other Magnemite down, even though that would technically be the safer option. I don't see them even attacking next turn with good damage, so I'm not too fussed about losing that Magnemite. So that's what I'm kind of thinking. If anything, what we can do is go for the Vulpix and just get the Magnezone out whilst we're here. That would be a good idea. We're already down 2 Mount Coronet. We only played 3, so we've got to be careful with what's going on here. Really should have thought about that. We did see the mulligan, and we did see that they were playing a Brooker Hill, so I should have been a bit more careful placing down the Coronet. Even if I did want more pulls off the Lily. But, hey, here we are. So it is just it's a Quagsire box deck, but I'm assuming it's Quagsire Swampert, which is one of my most favorite decks at the time I made it. I remember making Quagsire Swampert, or my list on that, sorry. And it doing so well. It was such a fun little deck. But anyway. They're going to force us to throw something in the active, which is actually good. I kind of want to do that. So, yeah, let's throw Duskmane out. Let's just get the attacker out. That's good. Top decking a Jirachi now would be busted. Now, this is a bit tough because we're low on Coronets. We don't have any other energy recycle. And we're not playing a GX deck by the looks of it, which is very bad. But there is a specific card. Yeah, look at that. We got the Ninetales. Good to go. Sweet, so we can get ourselves an Ultra Ball. We don't play Timer Ball. I'm not too fast on time. I'm not a fan of Timer Ball. I'm actually going to Ultra Ball and Nest Ball here. And there's a very good reason for that. We play Delmise. And Delmise, we play 1 just to really help with these awkward things when we're up against a 70 HP Pokemon. And we could go for Claw Slash rather than having to go for a massive Meteor Tempest on a 70 HP Pokemon. It's just feel bad town. So we've got a Delmise in here just for that very reason. We're going to get rid of a Magnemite and an Energy. And we'll get ourselves Magnezone, and then we'll throw the other 2 onto the active, and then we'll go for probably a Cynthia. We could have gone for a Guzma play, but I just don't see that being too valuable right now. So they haven't got anything that can one-shot us just yet, so there's not like a critical card we need to take out. In fact, I think the Wooper is pretty much the most critical card, thinking about it now, really, because that's the card they need to make this deck work. So, yeah, I'm just going to hold that here. We could bench another Duskmane and attach, but we'll hold it here for now. Let's go for Claw Slash here for 70 damage. Thanks to the Delmise taking out the Wooper. good consistent number to hit 70. So I'm pretty happy with that, even though it is a free energy attack. Not a good one, but easy to achieve with Magnezone. So, you know, it's kind of a win-loss thing, right? Or a lose-win. Which way is it around? I don't know. But yeah, this deck is definitely struggling to set up. So we could capitalize really early here. We could go for a Guzma play this turn. Maybe we could Guzma and Jirachi and then hope to get a retreat. Or we just don't use Jirachi's ability and just retreat and just go for like a Meteor Tempest on this bad boy and take it out. Because they are taking their time in getting that going. So... Or we could, again, we could play, they're not going to one-shot us. I think we should play comfortable and just take out these Mudkips, get prizes, because we want to keep our energy in play as much as we can, considering what we're up against. Well, Guzma's now going to work in our favor here, so that's kind of cool. I don't mind that at all. Have they got the energy? Or are they trying to trap? Oh, they're trying to trap. I mean, that really works in our favor. I think we're going to Ultra Ball away the Jirachi and the Cynthia. No, should have done the weakness policy. Sean, what you doing? You crazy boy. Yep, should have done the weakness policy. I don't know what I'm thinking. And we will throw energy here in case we need to Meteor Tempest. And we'll do that. Now I'm kind of banking on getting a switch here. So that's our goal here. We want to, I guess we could, yeah, what would this be? This is weak to dark. It's not a Zoroark deck. It's weak to fire, steel. I'll just throw the weakness policy on here just to increase the odds of hitting a switch here, which is what would get us out of this this little thing, which we get. So there we go. Good stuff. Bit of a risky maneuver, but sometimes you got to be a bit risky. Okay. Also, huge shout out to all of you guys that's joined in the Discord server. There's been some really nice discussion on... let me get this KO quickly while I'm sitting here thinking, oh, they've quit. Of course. This is PTCG, everybody. You start winning, scoop. But yeah, huge shout out to the people on the Discord server joining. There's been some really good discussion. A lot of decks been thrown up there. And it's been a really fun time just reading through the comments that you guys are leaving on the Discord on the deck list as well. So if you're not a part of it, feel free to join. There's quite a few people in there now, so you won't be alone. And there's a very nice discussion of deck lists. And people talking about the trades and what they get in packs and stuff. That's all on the server. So if you want to join in on the community, you can join there. It's just a bit of extra fun, you know. So yeah, huge shout out to those people joining in and really involving in the server and engaging their time into it as well. It's really cool. It's really awesome. Right, let's get this going. Now, I was actually going to play a Elm's Lecture with this deck. But I was looking at the list and I was like, the only card that Elm can get is Magnemite. Which means that it's kind of a waste. At that point, you're better off playing Nest Ball, right? Which, well, you can see here, is starting to pay off. Getting a Vulpix is really good, so I'm going to hold that. I think we just Cynthia here. We don't want to get the Coronet down and play so recklessly, so early on. This is a good hand. We can't switch into the Jirachi or anything, so I'm just going to attach energy and hold the hand. This is a really good hand. I don't think we're going to need Delmise, depending on what we're up against. I think Gengar Mimikyu is 240, so Delmise won't do much. Choice Band would be better, so we won't need it then. Delmise is specifically for hitting 230 on GXs. Let's say if you come up against... I know this is not really meta, but a Sceptile GX takes it out in one hit. There's going to be other cards coming out that have like 230 HP that are going to be quite good as well. I was going to say Gardevoir and Sylveon, but they're fairy, so they're weak to steel, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I kind of lost my train of thought. So in this case, Delmise is not really needed, especially against Ultra Necrozma. Yeah, Delmise is not really needed, so that's fine. Ah, this brings me back. This brings me back. Oh my god! I just realized something. We haven't played Beast Ring. This is an Ultra Beast. Where's the Beast? Okay, we're throwing Beast Ring in. How could I forget? I forgot about Beast Ring. Oh, that's such a bad hand. Yikes. We should have benched the Jirachi there. I didn't see a Marshadow coming. I'll be honest with you. I will be honest with you. How am I not playing Beast Ring? What are you doing, Sean? Oh my god. Oh my god. That is something else. That is something else. Okay. Let's get a Jirachi with this Nest Ball. Thank you, buddy. We're going to switch. Let's do that. Let's do the switch. We could still get a Magnezone out of this. I would like to get a Lily or something. No. But we do have an Ultra Ball, and that could work in our favor of this Kukui. If it doesn't, we will use Vulpix to force ourselves for a Magnezone. Oh, we got one. Sweet. I mean, in that sense, I'm going to Vulpix and get Lele because we need to draw out of this dead hand right now. I'm going to be honest. We need to draw out of it. Okay, let's go. How dare I play an Ultra Beast and not utilize its like best feature, its best thing? I guess I'll get a Ninetales, right? Just to get some item cards. Might as well. Although the scary part about that is we're playing another GX and this thing loves GX Pokemon. Oh, so do we though. So we'll have some fun. All right, what's their energy looking like? They've only got 1 down. They need to drop 2 and get a choice band to be able to get the KO, which, yeah, looks like it ain't happening. Oh, so they're just going to go the KO on the Vulpix. That's risky, buddy. You just saw me grab a Lele. You know I'm getting some draw. That's really risky because all we need is some energy, and we're one-hit KOing that thing, and they're going to be stuck. It looks like they're going to be really stuck. Such an aggressive play. All right, well, here we go. Now, I do want to mention quickly as well something quite important. There was a lot of people bringing up Jirachi and playing Jirachi. I know I am playing Jirachi a lot. Trust me, I'm very aware. I'm only playing it in decks where I see it incredibly fitting. So in this example, stage 2, it's really good for getting rare candies, right? Okay, I'm trying to think to myself quickly, what would be the best play to make? If it's an Erica or a Cynthia? Because the Cynthia will give me 6 fresh cards, but Erica will draw 5 off the top, which will increase the odds of technically in getting some energy. So that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, at the very least. Well, let's Jirachi to thin here. Hopefully we get a switch off this. We don't, but that's fine. Let's get the choice band. Might as well do that. We only need 2 energy, so we can use our GX attack. We could retreat into the Jirachi, but that's scary. If we don't switch, then we don't get to attack. Oh, 2 energy. Good stuff. Yes, come on. There we go. There we go. So that's beautiful. Yeah, sorry. So let's take this KO here. But yeah, as I was saying, Jirachi, I'm only... yeah, I play it in decks where I see they're incredibly necessary, and it would be pointless to leave them out. And also, I feel like it's a critical card in rogue decks. I feel like decks that aren't very meta, using a Jirachi really helps, especially in... Well, it's weird saying that because Jirachi is now meta, right? But in saying that, Jirachi is the perfect card for Shrine decks and non-GX decks. So you'll start to realize that a lot of rogue decks are usually not GX decks. So in that case, Jirachi would be an incredibly viable card in these non-GX decks, right? So, for example, a rogue deck would be, let's say, in this case, Aerodactyl, right? It's not a meta deck. It's a deck that is used to counter GX Pokemon. It hits big numbers, and it's only worth 1 prize. Technically counts as a rogue deck. So you would play Jirachi to help it speed up, to help set up, to add consistency, where your opponent would have Lele, for example, as your consistency booster. Now, there are going to be other cards like Miss Magius coming out. That's a great one. Obviously, we've got Zefstrika and Oranguru and stuff. But Jirachi really upped the game for a lot of Shrine decks. 100%. So that's why I'm playing it. It's very valuable. Oh, they're going to one-hit KO us. Yikes. Oh, they're not. Oh, sorry, buddy. But you going down. Oh, no. That is one hell of a risk. I thought they got the one-hit KO, but they're 10 damage off. Ooh. Oh, I feel sorry. I feel bad. I feel really bad. We're going to smash this thing. We're going to take 3 prizes, which makes it so much easier. We can just take this out for game. Like, that's something that we can do. Oh, my God. All right. I'm sorry. Bye-bye. Yeah. One-shotting... what am I saying? One-shotting tag team Pokemon is something. It's oh, my God. Well, we just need to draw an energy, and that's game. This is the power of Dustmane. This is the power of Dustmane. I am absolutely loving this so far. What a crazy... We don't even need the Beast Ring. The Beast Ring ain't even come into play yet. Yep, they've gone for the quit. Oh, no. 2 games in a row, 2 quits. Oh, yikes. I'm sorry. Taking out that Gengar Mimikyu. Ouch. That was painful. That was super, super painful. Okay. Let me take in Beast Rings. I think I'm going to leave it at that today. I do need to get some stuff done. But before I do that, how dare I not throw in Beast Rings? But, okay, this is the tough thing. This deck is super tight. Like, how are we going to fit Beast Rings in here? Maybe we could drop the Kukui, but then we lose the upper advantage against Pika-Rom. We could drop down a Lele. That could be a good idea. We could drop a Lele down. Yes, we lose a bit of consistency, but we don't use more than one Lele in a game most often than not. And we could drop down a Nest Ball, but that's like super critical for getting Magnemite out turned 1. Oh, you guys are getting a bit of an insight in how I do this. This could take some time. I guess you could drop a Nest Ball. This deck is so tight. It's so tight. Yeah, we can sacrifice a Nest Ball. I guess you can do 2 Beast Ring. And I'm kind of comfortable doing 2 Beast Ring in this deck because of Ninetales. Because Ninetales allows you to grab the Beast Rings, right? And that could really be helpful. So let's do that. I think that's what we're going to do. That's just where my head is at right now. We could drop the weakness policy, but then Blacephalon. You know, there's a lot to think about. But I think I'm going to save it at that. I would get into another game with the Beast Ring, but I don't really have the time. So unfortunately, I can't get into it. But one thing I would say is give this list a shout. Let me show it to you again here. So there it is. There's nothing next to the Delmise, by the way. It's just the Delmise, and that's it. It continues on downwards. So, yeah. And, of course, the deck list will be in the description. So if you do want to try it out, go copy and paste it. Play it. Let me know how it goes. With that said, do leave a like if you did enjoy. Sorry for shaking the camera there. And do subscribe for more. Also, just a quick side note. If you want to follow me on Twitter, the Twitter link is down below. You can just send me a deck list and stuff like that if you want to. But, yeah, other than that, I will leave you to it. And up until tomorrow, please do take care. And peace.